Alright, this is my 5th time recording this video because each time I do it, I don't really like the way it sounds. So we're going to try to get it right this time so I can upload it for you guys so you guys can learn something today. I'm going to tell you guys about my history with cliff jumping, what cliff jumping means to me, what I've learned from it, how it applies to the gym, not only the gym, but life in general, and how to approach fear, how to approach failure, how to manage risk in general throughout life. So let's get into it. So if you're watching this video, you probably know me from Instagram and my gym content and fitness lifestyle, I guess, kind of content. But I actually have a big, awesome history with cliff jumping off of cliffs, because you live in a state like this. What else are you gonna do on a hot summer day? So let's roll some clips just so you guys know that I am not just like a bot, I guess. So yeah, now that you know that I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit, I want to talk to you guys about what I've learned. So I started cliff jumping like my whole life pretty much, but I only really started to take it seriously when I was like 14 and 15 because it was COVID time, it was 2020. My dad didn't have to work in person, he could work online, which gave him a lot of free time. So we would drive around the state going to all these different places. I think this one day we went to like 8 different cliff jumping spots in one day. It was super fun. I never really threw anything crazy that summer, but then the next summer, that's when I started to take it actually like seriously, like me and my friend Liam.
This is Liam Newhouse, and yeah, Gator!
We would always be trying to go from higher cliffs and doing new tricks, more rotations. I forget what I was saying, but I have some notes here that I'm going off of. I didn't just wake up one day and do the double off of 65 feet. I always started smaller. I got comfortable jumping, flipping, and with more height, and then the more technical stuff. Because I am not a fearless person. I have a lot of fear like everyone does, and what this is about is managing that fear, managing risk. I never do something if it's either skiing, if it's cliff jumping, if it's in the gym, just in life in general. I don't try something or attempt something that has a risk associated with it unless I am 110% confident with doing it. That's why, knock on wood, I've never broken a bone, I've never gotten crazy hurt or injured or anything despite doing all the skiing, cliff jumping, lifting a ton of weight. And I think that's because of that. I never move forward with something unless I'm like 110% confident with it. So I want you guys to know that I didn't just go up and do the freaking 65-footer. But yeah, I'm going to tell you guys specifically about standing on top of that 65-foot cliff. So right before actually doing that cliff jump, we went to a different place. I'm not going to say where it is because, it was in Vermont. That's all you guys need to know. But we were there first. That was a 50-foot cliff, and I did the trick that we were going for on the 50-footer right before going to the 65-footer. It's only 15 feet of difference, but when it's a jump from 50 feet to 65 feet, you definitely can notice it and you definitely feel it. I had that confidence going into the 65-footer, but still when I was standing at the top of that cliff looking down on the water, I was probably up there for 15 minutes, literally just walking, like let's say the cliff is like right here, just walking back and forth, just like visualizing it, just like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Oh, this is scary. I mean, think about it. You're looking down 65 feet and you're thinking about doing 2 rotations in the air. Like, bro, I was tweaking. So how did I do it then? I made the switch in my head after about 10 minutes of literally just walking back and forth. I was like, all right. And I was completely locked in and I'm like, I know what I'm doing. I'm a good cliff jumper. And I started focusing. Hold on, let me check my notes. The more time I spent standing there thinking, the less confident I felt. Not because I wasn't capable, but because I was giving my brain more time to create every possible bad outcome. And that is important because the longer I was standing up there, this is what I was trying to say, the longer I was standing up there, I was just thinking and thinking, oh, my footing has to be perfect running off of this. My feet can't be wet. I might slip. What if I over-rotate? What if I set it too hard? All these things, it's just like, just cursing your mind of every bad possibility. And I made that switch when I was up there, and I just completely locked in. I'm like, I completely switched everything around. I know what I'm doing. I'm a great cliff jumper. I'm 100% confident. This is what I need to do. I need to rotate twice, open up, land. And then, you know what? I gave it a little countdown. 3, 2, 1. And I ran off. And I did it. And it was the most top 3 moments of my life, because let me connect it to the freaking gym and life and risk management and all these things. When you start focusing on what bad could happen if you're not 110% confident on what you do, what happens is you flop. In water and life, you flop if you're not 100% confident when taking a risk, right? So how it connects to gym and life and everything, let me read you some of my notes, because my brain is all over the place. I had to write this down. So starting a fitness journey and being scared you're still gonna look the same, that's a part of like risk. You're risking your time working out every day. You're risking your energy, your effort, putting into something that you're not gonna get any return out of. There's a risk in starting a business and being scared that nobody's gonna buy. Anyway, I don't know really what these examples are trying to get at, but basically what the point that I'm making is that most people are not failing because they're incapable. Everyone is capable of anything that you want to do. When it comes down to it, we're all human. We all have the ability, the technology to be watching this video right now. I can be making this video right now. We all have the same capabilities. So yeah, most people don't fail because they're incapable. They're stuck because they keep standing at the edge, waiting to feel ready. When I was standing up there, I was waiting and waiting and waiting. And I'm like, and I had a switch in my mind. It's like, I'm either gonna be up here standing here for eternity, or I'm gonna be 100% confident, 110% confident in doing this trick. It's standing at the edge waiting to feel ready versus just going with 110% confidence, right? So sometimes self-doubt and just not feeling confident in yourself and taking a risk, it really just means that it matters to you, you care about the outcome, you know that there's a risk, and you know you're about to do something that's gonna force you to grow. Whether for me, when jumping off the cliff, it forced me to move into that new realm of like, wait, I'm actually a really good cliff jumper, like what else can I do? Although I did kind of retire after that, but it made me grow. It made me grow my mind into a next like version of myself almost. And in life in general, it makes you realize like, you know, it matters, you care about the outcome, you know there's risk, and if you can handle that risk, it's gonna translate you into a different person, which is a very important aspect of living a successful life, in my opinion. Also, Thrive is my favorite pre-workout. If you haven't got some yet, you should. It's a good bang for buck pre, and it's clean. It's only got 5 ingredients, you know. And if you're like me and you like going to Starbucks after your workout, you can still have coffee after your workout because it only has 150 milligrams of caffeine and it still gets you wired. Anyway, this is not an advertisement video, but I thought I'd feature it for you guys. So yeah, to sum this video up, cliff jumping has taught me that you need to have 110 specifically, not 100. I know I said 100 a couple times. I meant to say 110. You need to have 110% confidence whenever you're taking a risk, because you need to be totally dialed and totally prepared and totally confident that you're able to do what you know that you're capable of doing, because if you've prepared enough, then you should be able to face that risk, right? And when you don't prepare and you're not confident and you only got like 80% certainty that you're going to be able to do the trick, this is what happens. So yeah, don't end up like that guy and be 110% confident when taking risk. And ooh, I bet this lighting's pretty sick. I haven't even seen this. Okay, I'm kind of getting distracted, so I think I'm gonna end the video. Here is the summary of what I talked about. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and most importantly, tell your cat or dog that they are a good boy or girl and pet them and make sure they're well fed and you take care of them and show them love, because I like my cats.